practicing my little, whatever it's called here. This is really good for hand-eye coordination. So when I get bored, I just do this. And I try to not hit myself. I try to catch the ball on the little thingy here. Really fun. So that's how I amuse myself, and it's a good brain break for me sometimes. And when I have to listen to that dog bark, it gets a little stressful. All right, anyway, welcome back. We're going to go over yesterday's homework a bit first. It was on lesson 7. This stuff is so fun, isn't it? I love this stuff. Okay, so anyway, here it is. You had to tell how many solutions it was going to be, and that's it. You didn't have to solve for x. So there's number 1. You have 1 solution, which is 0. Do I have to say that it's 0, Mrs. Gearback? No. You just have to say that it's 1 solution. Okay? Whenever we have those coefficients being different, but the constants being the same, you will have 1 solution, and that's 0. And that's one of the rules that we went over in the video. But again, it's not something you have to memorize, whereas the other rules are a little bit, you have to memorize them. I don't want to say more important, but this just happens to be 0. So a lot of people will say, no solution. But no, there's a solution that x could be 0. There. Okay, anyway, moving on. No solution. Okay. Whenever those coefficients are the same, and then the constants are different, you'll have no solution. So hopefully you were able to get those. All right, just make sure here the biggest problem people have in the past has been distributing. Be careful. All right, going through. If you need to stop the video all to look over my work, please do so. I tried to keep it as simple as possible. Notice as soon as I combined the like terms, I just stopped. And then I looked at the coefficients and the constants on both sides and made my determination. Alrighty. Let's see, moving along. When the coefficients are the same and the constants are the same, then you're going to have infinitely many solutions. So you can insert any number in the whole wide world for x, and that'll still work. All right, and I do believe that you only had 10 problems, so you didn't have 11 and 12. If you want more practice, stop the video and try those. Okay, if you're keeping track, that's out of 10 points. Yes, I do go over your Google Forms and your Ed puzzles, so don't ever worry about putting something in and then them marking it wrong. We'll go for that. So you're good. All right, take a quick break because we are about to get into it today with linear expressions, equations in disguise. See you there. So today we are going to look at linear equations in disguise. Essential question. How do you solve a linear equation in disguise? You can use my notes, or you can grab a piece of paper and write your own notes. Doesn't matter, but let's get started. All right, we are given it's just me. We are given this equation right here. It looks like it's a proportion. And we have to make it, we have to transform that equation. We have to transform that proportion into an equation that looks more like a linear equation. Okay? So again, that's called a proportion. In order to figure out the answer for this one, easy cheesy, we just cross multiply, right? Okay. So you can pause the video if you want, or you can continue. I'm going to go ahead. You can pause the video to try this one. Sorry, got ahead of myself. I'm going to go ahead and do it as well. So go ahead, pause, and be back. Okay. Hopefully you stopped the video and did this one. You would have gotten x equals 2.5. Not bad, right? Not bad at all, but sometimes we have an expression that it's a little trickier. So let's look at something like this. Okay, given a linear equation in disguise, in other words, it looks different, set up like a proportion. We will try to solve it. To do so, we must first assume that the following equation is true for some number x. All right, so we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to cross multiply, and then we're going to figure out what x is. So let's try it. As always, I have to have you look up at the ceiling. All right, here we go. I love this. This is so fun. So fun, so fun. I need to get something up there for you guys to look at. Put it on the to-do list. All right, let's go ahead and circle what we're going to multiply together. All right, be careful with this because the 4 goes outside the parentheses. X minus 1 is an expression itself, so it's got to go inside parentheses. Okay, so same with that 2. It's got to go outside. Since that x is part of that expression, x plus 1/3, we're going to put it inside parentheses. Oops. What? Okay, so now what we have to do, of course, is distribute. So let's go ahead and do that. If you changed to addition already, that is absolutely fine. You know you can do that. Okay, 2 times 1/3 is just 2/3. All right, so now we have x on both sides, so we're just going to go ahead, get rid of one of those x's. So we'll go and do this, minus 2x, minus 2x. Again, you can start with the 4x if you want. You'll just create a negative for yourself, which I don't prefer, but you may, and that's okay. We're all different. All right, get rid of that for, problem we are going to bump into you. So we'll do this as best we can. Let me stop it first. Okay, here, so add 4 to both sides. Add 4 to both sides. So then we have 2x is equal to 4 2/3. And then, of course, we're going to divide by that too. And we'll get our answer. So x is equal to 4 2/3 divided by 2 over 1. So that's horseshoe it. That's 3 times 4, which is 12, plus 2, which is 14. 14 over 3 times 1 over 2. And so x is equal to 14 over 6. And we go ahead and simplify that. 7/3. So you can leave it as 7/3 if you want. If you want to change it to 2 2/3, absolutely fine. You can do that as well. Except it would be wrong. It would be 2 1/3. Okay. 2 1/3. That's a pretty. All right. So let's try another. All right. The other. So we want to know if we can solve this following equation. Can we solve it for x? Why, of course we can. We do that by cross multiplying. All right, just remember to keep that number, that 3, outside of your parentheses. Put that 1/5 minus x inside parentheses. That is an expression. Yeah. So when you multiply, you're multiplying that 3 by that whole expression, not just the 1/5. Equals 7 times 2x plus 9, and go ahead and solve it. So if you want to stop the video and see if you can get it right, that's awesome. If not, hang with me. I'll do this one together. So I have 3/5 minus 3x equals 14x plus 63. Now it is mind-boggling because a couple months ago you wouldn't even imagine you would be here, right? Solving for x on both sides. Pretty awesome work, everyone. Let's go ahead and add 3x to both sides. Again, if you want to deal with the 14x, absolutely fine. You're dealing with negatives, and that's okay. You're 63. Oh, now it's getting a little icky, right? Not too bad. Negative what? 62 2/5. It's not so bad. 17x. All right, then we're going to divide by 17. Divide by 17. And I'll go ahead and do that over here. 62 2/5 times 1/17, which is the same thing as dividing by 17/1. Go ahead and put that into an improper fraction. What is that? 310, 312 over 5. I believe 310, 312 times 117. All right, oops. This was divided by, this was supposed to be negative. Let's put that back. That's negative. So our final answer is going to be negative because we have a negative divided by a positive, or we have negative times positive. It doesn't matter. So you have negative 312 over 85. And that, if you divide it, it goes, what, 3 and 5, 1, 255. 255 minus 312. And 57 over 85. Negative. All right, so that is an icky answer, but that is our answer. If we were to plug that in back into our equation for x, we would know it would work. All right, moving on. Yes, it was a linear equation that we just did. How do I know? Because they have a variable which has an exponent of 1. Remember, that's what we look for. Exponent has to be 1 on that variable. All right. Hopefully you didn't see any of that. All right. Can this equation be solved? Of course. Right? What are they dealing with here? We are pros at this now. We are almost 8th graders. All right. So go ahead and stop the video. Give it your best try. And come on back when you're done. Okay. And we're done. There you go. Just make sure again, since 6 plus x is an expression, you need to put it inside parentheses. So you multiply 8 by both those numbers, not just 1. All right. And solve for x. There's all my work. Notice I left it as improper fraction, 46 over 13. It's a simplified improper fraction, so you can put it into a mixed number if you want. Or you can leave it. Alrighty. Oops, didn't want to show you the answers. Okay, try this one. Can this one be solved? Of course. Hint. Of course. Remember, it's just in disguise. So go ahead. Try it on your paper. And there we go. 15 2/3 if you had that as an improper fraction. 47 over 3, that's great as well. Either one works. Even if you had a decimal, that would be fine. 15.666 repeating or 6.67. That's great. All right, one more. Uno más, as they like to say. I'm not going to do that. So it says on your own. And if you would like to complete more, after I'm done, I will go ahead and put those up for you to complete. If not, then you are released from the video. So what you want to do is go ahead and you are going to cross multiply and complete that one. And before I call you back, if you want to go ahead and complete number 2, that would be great too. All right, stop the video. Stop the video. All right, there you go. Go ahead and take a look at my work compared to your work. See how well you did. All right. I do want you to simplify it. See where it says 3 over 21. I would like you to simplify that to 1 over 7th. All right. Now, if you did have a chance to do the next one, go ahead and take a look at my work. If you didn't have a chance, I want to stop the video now and try it. Go ahead. Okay, you'll get your answer. Again, 41 over 4 would be great, or 10 and 1/4. If you ever have a Google form and it marks it wrong, don't worry. Again, I always go back and check it. So no worries there. If you want to try the next one, go for it. And your answer would be -11/9. So your homework is just going to be like this. I believe you have 5 problems, but you will have to tell how many solutions it has as well. So you want to look at that simplified equation and look at the coefficients, see if they're the same. You want to look at the constants to see if they're the same to be able to make your prediction on if there's going to be infinitely many solutions, no solutions, or just one solution. Okay. If you look at all these that we did today have just one solution. Okay. And we found that solution out. That is all I have for you today. Okay, so go out, enjoy this beautiful day. At least it's beautiful right now because it is, you know, I'm a day behind you, so it is only Wednesday here. And today is beautiful, but I hear that you are experiencing a beautiful day by you right now. So that's it. Okay, I'll see you later. Have a great day. And email me with any questions.